Today, we're going to open a spell book, but, not one filled with fantasy magic, but with something I think is way more powerful: words. Seriously, think of advanced verbs as spells, each one with its own unique power, just waiting for you to cast it. Okay, let's dive in and become word wizards.
Do you ever feel like your words are just, well, words? Like they don't quite capture the punch or the subtle meaning of what you're really trying to say? Let's think of this not as a lesson, but as an epic quest. A journey to become a master of language, a true word wizard. You know, every good quest has to start somewhere, and ours begins in the shadows. This first chapter is all about the subtle arts, focusing on verbs that give you the power of quiet observation and, yeah, secret knowledge. These are the spells you're going to want to cast when you need to know more. So, our very first spell is to eavesdrop. This is a classic tool for any adventurer, right? It's the power to secretly tune in to hidden conversations, to hear words that were never meant for you. A very potent spell, but you should probably use it with a little caution. And here we see it in action. This example just perfectly illustrates how it works. See how that one word instantly creates a whole scene? You can picture it, can't you? The window cracked open, the hidden figure. Now that's the magic of using a precise verb. Okay, next up in the spellbook, we have to lurk. Now this one has a darker vibe to it. It's not just about waiting in secret. It has this feeling of intent behind it, often for something kind of sinister or mischievous. It's the perfect spell for describing a shadowy figure in a doorway. And here is that spell cast perfectly. The word lurking does all the heavy lifting in this sentence. It tells you everything you need to know about the atmosphere, the feeling, the potential danger. I mean, she didn't just see someone standing there. She saw them lurking, and that little difference changes everything. All right, we've mastered the shadows, so now it's time for some action. Our second chapter is all about spells that are decisive. They're forceful, and they have a real, tangible impact on the world. These are the words you pull out when things start to get serious. Okay, now this is where we really see the precision required. This is where a good storyteller becomes a master. A true word wizard knows the subtle but crucial difference between their spells. So you might clasp your hands together when you're thinking anxiously. It's deliberate, it's emotional, but you would clutch a friend's arm in a moment of sheer panic, right? That's an act of desperation. Choosing the right word completely changes the feeling of the scene. Right, get ready for a high-impact spell, to seize. There's nothing subtle about this one. This is all about sudden, decisive, forceful action. It's a real power word that implies a complete and instant change of control. Can you feel the energy in that sentence? It's not just that he took my hand, he seized it. You feel the suddenness, the strength, the fact that there's no room for argument. It's a verb that absolutely commands your attention. And here's a truly powerful piece of magic. To shatter. This spell works on two levels. I mean, you can shatter a glass, sure, but you can also shatter something far more fragile, like a person's hopes or their confidence. It describes total, complete destruction. Wow, this example is just devastatingly effective, isn't it? It shows how a single word can convey such a profound emotional punch. Her confidence wasn't just hurt, it was shattered. Broken into a million pieces. So the key takeaway here is that this verb carries immense metaphorical weight. We've made it. We have now come to the final test in our quest. These are the master-level spells. We're talking about words of influence, persuasion, and control. This is the magic that truly shapes the hearts and minds of other people. So our first spell of influence is to yearn. This isn't just about wanting something. Oh no, this is a deep, soul-level ache for something that feels just out of reach. It speaks of longing, of distance, and of a really powerful desire. What a relatable incantation, right? The word yearned just captures that feeling perfectly. It's not a casual wish. It's a deep-seated desire for a totally different life. It's the perfect word for that dream that keeps you going. And now for what might be the ultimate spell of influence, to command. This is a word of pure authority. It's direct, it's powerful, and it absolutely expects to be obeyed. There is no suggestion, there is no request in a command. This example is just pure power. She didn't ask, she didn't suggest, she commanded.
The word itself just projects authority and control. When you use the word command, you're leaving zero room for doubt about who is in charge.
And just like that, your initial training is complete. You've learned the path to mastery. First, you learn the spell. You get its true meaning. Then, you see how it's cast by watching it in action. And finally, and this is the most important step, you add it to your own spell book by using it yourself. These words are your tools now. So, your quest for today is complete, but your adventure as a word wizard is really just beginning. You hold new power now. Think back on all the spells we've learned, from the secretive Lurk to the forceful seize to the authoritative command. So, I'll leave you with a challenge. Which of these power words will you cast first? Go on, try using one in a sentence today. The magic is now in your hands.